It's always good to meet a new friend.
It is. In fact, I got to meet with an old friend last night, and it was somebody you know who used to work here, Jan.
Oh, I love Jan.
And we love her.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
anyways, it'd been long overdue. In fact, we'd scheduled and had to cancel a couple of times. So finally we get together, and we're just sitting there talking. But you know, when they sit you at a restaurant, you're at a table, but there's another table very close, within a foot and a half.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
You know, and so I could hear that, you know, every once in a while I could hear her, the lady next to us who was seated with her adult son, elderly lady, and they were talking, and every great once in a while you could hear something, but I didn't quite, I guess, comprehend that they could probably hear us too, you know?
Yeah.
And so, as friends do, we're sitting there, and I was telling her about something that I've been doing with meal prepping, and then she was telling me how she's gotten really organized. My friend has at grocery shopping, and she even writes down her list in the order of where they would find the things in the grocery store, you know, well, what department, produce or whatever. And I said, gosh, you are so organized, but that doesn't surprise me. You were always organized when we worked together. And this lady seated next to us, the son got up and he left. So he obviously went to go get the car. And she got up, and before she got ready to leave, she stopped at our table and she said, I just couldn't help it over here, but you said you're very organized. And that was the very beginning of our conversation. So I'm thinking, well, she heard the whole thing. Yeah. And my Jan, our friend, she said, yes, I am. And that got to, and before I knew it, she had, and not like it was intrusive at all, because I had asked her, so what's your name? And she said, Linda. Yeah. And then she asked us, well, what are your names? And so we told her. And then I said, do you live around here? And so by the time you knew, after a few minutes, she sat down with us. And we had this entire about 20-minute conversation.
Son?
That's what I said. She's probably sat there after 20 minutes. I said, do you think your son, should we go let him?
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, should we let him know where you are? She goes, oh, he's probably smoking a cigarette in the car. He's fine. But we ended up talking so long because it was her birthday.
Oh.
I said, do you live around here? She said, yes, I eat here quite frequently. I said, I love this restaurant. She said, well, today's my birthday. She turned 82 yesterday.
Oh, right.
And, you know, I always believe that everyone has a story.
Yeah.
And so I loved finding out her story. She's a former nurse, but I say once a nurse, always a nurse.
Okay.
She's a breast cancer survivor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her husband has not passed, but not too long ago, and the son took over the family business. Anyways, before you knew it,
She knows more about her than she does us, Jim.
maybe so. But before she was funny and charming, and we got ready to leave. And I said, "Can we take a picture with you?"
Are you like best friends now?
Well, I think we are. She said, I live not far from here, and the radio station is not far from the restaurant. She said, if you would ever want to meet for coffee. And I thought, I would do that. She was very,
Right.
I don't know, like an old soul, and she had this wisdom. And I know when she left, we took a picture. And when she left, Jan said, people would probably think we were weird. And I said, that was the highlight of my day. I loved meeting her.
Well, sadly, your Grandma Evie passed a year ago.
Yes.
You have a void in your life of a grandparent, and she could fill that void.
Yeah, I would. I would go meet her for coffee. It got to the point I knew her so well. After 20 minutes, she said, I have a place in Sanibel Island, and I rent it out for fall break if anyone's interested. We were like, wow. I said, Linda, I said,
like
only
old ladies too.
I said, only if you're there, because I think I would want to hang out with Linda. I would want Linda to go for fall break. Anyways, everyone has a story, so don't ever just discount somebody is my message. Because
so did you get her number about that island?
I do have her number. I sent her the picture.